Greetings. Just here taking a little stoppage right near the top of Mitchell Point in the Columbia Gorge in Oregon. One of those places you see along the highway. You always want to stop off and go see, but you never really do because you're in a hurry trying to get somewhere. Maybe get into Hood River, get up on the mountain, but passing by, what the heck? Let's go for it. Fall colors are popping out everywhere. The ants have gone to bed and there's hardly a tourist to be seen, although we are still in civilization. Not as wild as we'd like to be, but it's definitely beautiful and wild feeling anyway. There's this huge knife ridge, sort of knife blade of rock that juts out here along the highway. Kind of no way around it. And it's really steep as can be. Be very, very careful when you get out here because it really just gets so narrow it shouldn't be tried, as you can see. But the views are just amazing. It's a steep hike, only 1 mile, but it's 1,200 feet. So you'll be huffing and puffing. It wasn't supposed to be windy today, and it's breezy. Sorry about that. It's hard to find a breeze-less day in the Columbia Gorge. Today it's actually an east wind, which happens in the fall and the winter often. It'll turn around and blow from the east, which is a kind of a relief to everybody who's been unable to look west without the wind stinging their eyes. Now you can stand here and actually look east or west without the wind blowing straight into you, and that's really cool because it's a smoky day. Everybody's burning in fall now, but still quite the vista. Unfortunately, the only real wild noises are a few birds, just mostly the trains and the traffic. That's the story of the gorge now. What used to be a wild, massive river draining this huge geographical area. It's just a bunch of lakes. For that barge traffic and to make the hydropower. But this is, I always wondered what it'd be like to go out there. We thought today, oh, well, maybe we'll go see that. And quite honestly, no. N-O. As you can see, it's literally vertical and barely as wide as a person. And just, that's suicidal. Sorry. Don't try that. Don't ever try that if you can help it. You can see a few people sort of ventured out here. I'm not even that brave. It's straight down. Even here, it is. There's nowhere to go. I mean, you're just going to land on the talus or the scree, and it's the same thing down that way. So be very, very careful coming on a little spit of land like this. But that's just so cool. Couldn't resist it this time. So what the heck, went for it. And it's really trippy to sort of picture what it would have been like to be up here during the Ice Age floods. When all this mass of water was just blowing through here, tearing out all the columnar basalt and, whole villages and trees. And my goodness, it must have been just mind-blowing. It might have even been this high. This whole thing full of water, just raging through like a fire hydrant. Total cataclysm. Now, for the interesting thing that we discovered, didn't expect it, was down here by the little spot we chose, which is a lovely little spot here next to these beautiful fall colors. Appears to be a geocache. Kind of thought that was over with, but nonetheless, So, just out of curiosity, what's in it? Other than maybe some spiders. Let's find out. The Mitchell Point geocache. Interesting. Wonder if there's maybe a little trail register or something. Could just be that. Often. No, that's a geocache. Huh. What is that stuff? Man, there's some little bits and bobs, and there's like a little wrench. Maybe some stickers. Huh. Oh, there's some other stuff. It's always fun to find these things. Can't get that out. What is that? There's more stuff. There's a little bit of a register, like a pen and some pencils. Okay, yeah, that seems to be it. Oh, maybe I'll sign that. Always Ants was here. We'll go ahead and seal that up nice and good for the next person. Well, there you go. There's actually a sort of a geocache trail register here near the summit of Mitchell Point here in Oregon. Wow, who knew? Well, that'll be a fun little message to leave for future peoples. Hopefully you'll come and leave no trace other than a trace of your footprint there, here and there, and maybe your signature in that little trail register. I think it's time to go ahead and take the break, and leave our mark. I want to thank you so much for joining us here on Mitchell Point while we leave our little bit of a mark in northern Oregon along the Columbia Gorge.